After I said I would require a deposit to take me on a date to cover my date preparation costs, I'm now working with an app developer to make this a reality. The woman can set the deposit rate and the man can pay for her date preparation costs.
What's up, guys? It's JQ, and in this video, I'm diving back into the trend of women gold digging on social media looking for simpy men. All right, diving into today's video, TikToker Amanda Michelle thinks she's come up with a revolutionary idea by asking men to make a deposit and actually pay her money to take her out on a date. Now, let's hear what she had to say.
After I said I would require a deposit to take me on a date to cover my date preparation costs, I'm now working with an app developer to make this a reality. This is actually happening. We are building the app. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you this is the best damn dating app you have ever seen.
Let's pause there for a second. I love how she thinks that this is such a revolutionary concept, like men have never paid for sex or dating before. And there are already websites that do some version of this, like Seeking Arrangements, where men who are looking for sugar babies or women who are looking for sugar daddies can find one another. So this is not a new concept. She just wants to put it inside of a dating app on mobile. Okay, whatever. Now she can call it whatever she wants. Obviously, her goal is to say this is not about sex, and I actually agree that it's probably not, and I'm going to explain that more in a second. But it certainly gives off that vibe, right? It certainly has kind of this like icky feel to it, and you could see how men might think or expect that if they do send a woman like $300 or something like that, that they're going to get something in return. So I think this is a bad idea all around. But let's hear what else she had to say about it.
There is a clear difference here where the woman can set the deposit rate and the man can pay for her date preparation costs. So as a woman, you're going to walk into the date already so happy, and that's going to lead to a better date and a better connection, and that gives the man a better chance of succeeding in courting you. The app is called Courted. So when people
a better chance of succeeding in courting you. Okay, I don't think too many men are going to sign up for this app. I could be wrong, but because men do things that I don't understand all the time. But I'm going to explain why, as a man, this is definitely not going to work for you and why you shouldn't ever consider this or anything that sounds like it. Okay, when women try to require a guy to pay something in order to earn her affection and her attraction, it won't work because that just isn't how female attraction works. They only do that and view it that way when they are not attracted to you and they view the man as being beneath her in status or importance. In that case, they would accept gifts, money, etc. from a man, but they are not attracted to him because it violates the covenant by which female to male attraction works in the first place. And I can say this as a guy who I've been the other guy plenty of times, where I've been with women who have one or more very, very wealthy dudes lavishing them with incredible gifts and money and jewelry or whatever, and they're just going on dates with these guys, and then she would just come over to my place because women are attracted to men who are high status, and men who are high status may have money, but they don't need to use money in order to get the woman, unless it is just a natural extension of his life. Let me explain the difference. So if, as a guy, you have a high net worth and you have a high income and you're out doing things anyways, perhaps you're out on a boat, perhaps you're at a fancy restaurant and you invite a woman to participate in that, then that's a natural extension of your life and she is likely to find that to be attractive. But when you go out of your way to actually send a girl money, gifts that you're not already sleeping with, she views that as lower status because it signals to her that you don't have a lot of options, that you need to try that hard in order to get her. And so right off the bat, she's going to be less attracted. So I'm going to go ahead and say that if any men do sign up for this and they do send the woman money in order to take her on a date, there is practically a 0% chance that they are going to end up sleeping with her at all. Definitely not on the first date. And if they do, some dates later, she is unlikely to be super attracted and committed to the guy. She just feels that she may have to do that in order to keep him around, to keep the gifts flowing. The reason it works this way is that in all romantic dynamics, there is a hero and there is a hero worshiper. And typically, the woman is going to be the hero worshiper and the man is going to be the hero. This is how nature intended it. Now, not all men are worthy of being viewed as a hero, and not all women are worthy of having a hero to worship. But there is going to be some version of this in all successful relationships, and if they're not, that is likely to be a dysfunctional relationship, meaning if neither person is a hero and has admiration for each other, it's probably not going to work. Or if the man is looking up to the woman, I think we already know that doesn't work in 99% of situations. Now, what's confusing about this is that women will say all day long on social media and to your face and in person and to their friends, they'll say, I want a guy to do these things for me. He needs to take me out. He needs to buy me things. He needs to do all of these things. And that is confusing and sends a lot of men in the wrong direction. And they think, okay, well, if I act like this towards a woman that I'm interested in, then she should like me. But that's not how it works, because when they say that, they're leaving out one critical detail, which is that women only want that treatment from a man whom they are already attracted to and already sleeping with. Meaning, she needs to essentially be your girlfriend in order for her to fully appreciate and respect and receive that type of gifting without feeling like you're a simp and actually lowering your status towards her in the process. That's why I tell men all the time, never lead with money, never try to buy her affection. It just will not work, period. She needs to become attracted to you through your other qualities. And then, of course, I'm not saying don't spend money on a woman, don't treat her well. What I'm saying is that wait until she has a degree of commitment to you, and that's formed by her actually asking you for it and requesting you to be exclusive with her. Once you have that, then by all means, take care of her, lavish her, treat her really well. But until then, you need to have some boundaries and make sure, at least until you're sleeping with her, you need to make sure that you're not trying to buy her affection, because it's not going to work and you're just going to wind up spending a lot of money and feeling frustrated. Now, I took a look at Mandy's account and it looks like this is kind of her first time going viral. So congratulations to her being the latest gold digging girly to go viral. And as we can see, she's a pretty sexy mom. Okay, she's had some work done here. She has fake boobs and maybe fake lips and maybe had a few things done. But I'd give her a solid score. I think she's pretty sexy. But she has a very young child. It appears to be maybe 1 to 2 years old, and that is going to be a significant factor in her sexual marketplace value. Now, women that look like her, i.e. beautiful women, are used to getting free shit all the time from men just 24/7. It's like being a celebrity. They get offered things by men. Literally, if you're a man, you can never imagine, unless you're a celebrity, you can never imagine what this is like. Now, up until she had this child, and even still, she's probably used to dating attractive, high status men because she's a good looking woman. But the dynamic has probably shifted for her since she had her child. So she has the kid, there's clearly no husband, and now men are still going to be very physically attracted to her, but if they're thinking about dating her, they need to weigh the fact that she has a 2-year-old that is someone else's child, that they would have to provide for as well, that they would have to, look after without getting any of the benefits of having that kid be their own child. And that's going to be a significant disadvantage. So what I would imagine has happened is that as she's adjusting to this new reality of being a single mom and going out and dating, she's still meeting and getting dates with the same attractive, high status men that she used to, but those men are probably less committal than they would have been in the past because of her being a single mom. And that's understandable because those men have a lot of options. So if they are looking to settle down with somebody, they're more likely to, and they have access and can attract a woman that looks like her, they're going to be more likely to choose a woman who doesn't have kids so that they can start their own family and they don't have to take care of somebody else's kid. So that's probably where she got the idea for the app from, is that she was tired of feeling like she wasted her time going out on dates with men that either A, just use her for sex, or maybe she doesn't give it up to them and then they just lose interest and she feels like she's wasting her time. That's my guess. All right, guys. Well, I hope that helps. If you want to have more women in your life that are hotter, treat you well, and you have more dates, more sex, go ahead and set up a discovery call with me. This is what I do. I help guys get great results in their dating life, and we do it in a way that's completely natural. So there's no going out and doing cold approaches and pickup lines and things like that. This is about making you the kind of man who attracts beautiful, awesome women into your life. And for more information, I also do a weekly or bi-weekly newsletter. You can sign up for my free newsletter in the description below. Thank you. I will see you in the next video.